Can't see the audience. It's fine.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are gathered here today to pay tribute to an American patriot and hero. His service to this country is legendary. He is the most influential person to walk the planet in the last 60 years. Who is he, you ask? Well, some may know him as Dutch, the great communicator, or the Gipper. Or my personal favorite, Ronnie Reagan. Yes, it is President Ronald Reagan. President Reagan left his indelible mark on the United States as well as the world itself. He is credited with bringing communism to an end in the old USSR. Even today I get chills when I think of the words he said to Mikhail Gorbachev. Mr. Gorbachev, tear down this wall. And so, the Berlin Wall was torn down and is no more. In true capitalistic fashion, the wall was torn into pieces and sold all around the world as a keepsake of the last remaining vestige of the Cold War. And speaking of capitalism, he is one of the only U.S. presidents to have a well-known economics policy named after him. I'm sure you've heard of Reaganomics. Its unquestionable logic and common sense is a tribute to President Reagan's conservative roots. Even today, Reaganomics is the battle cry of the Tea and the Republican parties. President Reagan was not only known for his conservatism, but also for his toughness. He was the oldest sitting president in history, survived several bouts with cancer, even survived an assassination attempt in which he was shot. He never gave an inch during the Cold War and brought the USSR to its knees. Yes, by all measures, he was one tough son of a gun. He declared a war on drugs, fired over 11,000 striking air traffic controllers who refused to go back to work. He made tough decision after tough decision during his presidency that changed the landscape of the U.S. and even the world itself. And maybe even more important, President Reagan was a caring and loving individual. Perhaps that's how he came to be known as the great communicator. He spoke from the heart, not from a piece of paper. The American people could feel this each and every time, each and every address he delivered. Unlike so many politicians of today, you got the sense that President Reagan actually cared for us and our country. I say let him be remembered, exalted even. In my estimation and many others, he was the greatest president of our time, if not of all time. However, let's not just remember him as a great president, but also as a great and compassionate human being. His love of his wife Nancy and his family was always evident, as well as his love for God and country. I say let him be remembered for this above all else. Thank you. So, stand in the audience. Can you see him?